Roberto Di Matteo, mate. Arsenal 2. Fulham 1. Gabriel Magalhaes, hamstring popped. 3 minutes of clown show, then he gets hooked. Bukayo Saka's back. Hashtag pray for Madrid. They conceded 4 to Sociedad tonight. However, they still made the final. Weren't pretty, as per. But don't worry, guys. Don't worry, guys. The managers come out afterwards in the press conference and said Yuri and Timber got a knock early, but then he played pretty much the entire game. I think he played the entire game. Don't worry, guys. The history of Super Duper Mick. Make sure you sub to Southern Guna. What are you saying, Matty? That was a ball fest again.
It's more of the same, man. But I mean, the silver lining is that we got a goal. We got 2 goals. I mean, Moreno got a goal. Martinelli, like the Martinelli of old. Enjoy it while you can. And then also, the brother Saka came back and scored immediately. It was good to see him get out of that game unscathed. But there was casualties lost and a major casualty as we move towards the final end of this season and as we prepare for next week's game against Madrid. I fear for the defense against competitive teams going forward because that is going to be a massive loss to this football club. I don't think people understand the magnitude of Magalhaes being out of this team. During the broadcast, you were saying what players are irreplaceable, and I told you Saka, Saliba, and Magalhaes. Those 3 are the 3 that keeps it all together. I know Declan Rice he does what he does.
He was all right, but
you know, but when I'm talking about cannot be out of the team, and you can actually throw Partey in there as well. Cannot be out of the team. They must be in the team in their positions. Well, now we're going to 5 years in to this project. We're going to the Bernabeu with Kivior as our center back. The manager will not, for those who are going to start tonight, the debates across across the YouTube sphere will be who will start in that position. I'm starting to hear people say Tierney. Tierney is not going to center back. This manager does not have the common sense to do that. He's going to go right back with what we saw tonight. It's going to be Mansour Kivior deputizing center fullback with Saliba.
He'll probably put Declan there.
Rodrigo.
He'll put Declan at centre back.
No. That's too much like right.
And they'll put Jorginho in.
Yeah.
He'll put Rice at centre back.
Too much
or
like
Ben White will get rushed back.
Rodrigo will have a field day on that side of the pitch next week. Watch what I tell you. I think that this has been a hard lesson for this manager.
This season
has been a hard manager. He comes out the day after the game and say he's concerned. Yeah, you should be concerned, Mr. Arteta, because they keep coming back. Every time somebody comes back, we lose somebody. Every single time a player comes back, we lose a player. We lose 1, we lose 2. So that means that more than likely we're going to lose another one between now and the end of the season.
Timber.
Yeah, Timber today took a knock. He carried on. You have to start asking yourself, is he in the red zone? He's played most of the season coming off ACL injury. So in theory, you would say, yeah, he's in a danger zone. I think he even took a game off. Somebody in the chat can correct me. I think he took one of his international games off. Was napping.
Yeah, Gabby Magalhaes had 1 game out in the international.
So, these players are starting to break down here towards the final end of the season. And it's starting to show. The football tonight was more of exactly what we've seen throughout most of this season. We've got a major problem here with Martin Odegaard, man. I don't think people understand the seriousness of this. Yeah, I know Saka's back in this team. I've heard that excuse for the last 2 or 3 weeks, but I mean, it's just the game is just slowed down. The best attack we've had all year was that goal that Saka scored on, and that was
Well,
because
that was class, wasn't it? That was good. That was
because
good.
nobody slowed the ball down, Lee. Nobody.
First time.
Martinelli got the ball.
Look at the goal Mikel Merino scored. First time cross from Ethan.
Didn't think about it. Didn't think about it. Anytime Odegaard, I'm not sure if you I think you might have stepped away, but there was a part there in the second half there where I can't remember who's getting ready to take the shot, but then Odegaard just runs over and gets in the man's wave. No communication. He's the midfielder. He's supposed to be the maestro. That's the man that's supposed to be talking as he's doing what he's doing on the pitch. He's supposed to be talking to people. I'm on the way. I'm coming. Leave. Whatever. And he's out there with these shambolic displays. He's been completely off the entire season. The entire season.
He's been off, and the manager, sorry to cut in here, right? He's been off since he got him, right? The manager said when he scored the 15 goals and all the front three scored the 15 or whatever, the manager said in the press conference that was an anomaly.
I didn't even want to go there tonight, Lee.
His words, manager's words. We hold him to account, mate.
I didn't even want to go there tonight, Lee. I'm trying to keep it in 24, 25. It's been a rough year for Mr. Odegaard. And that's one of the spots that I'm looking at Brother Berta, who was sitting up in that box tonight, looking on, shaking his head. He saw it tonight.
11 minutes in like that.
He's come from watching world-class football to watching that tonight, what we saw. That's what he's sitting there looking like, yeah, I've got to make some adjustment.
I got a lot of work to do.
Yeah. And this is why I've told people the last couple of days, he's not going to do it overnight because it's so much to have to get done. He's got a lot to do. There's a lot to do here. There's a lot of players that need to be moved on. There's some feelings that need to be hurt in this football club in order for us to get better. You look at Saka tonight. Saka comes back off the bench. You see that instant impact.
I'm gassed for him. I can't lie. I'm gassed for him.
Instant impact.
He shouldn't be on the pitch, mate, but I'm gassed he scored.
Yeah,
I'm gassed he scored.
But see, that's the difference in the level of player. What I'm talking about. Instant impact. Hadn't seen him since December.
What's Odegaard done?
That's what I'm saying, Lee. This is what I'm saying. Odegaard has sat there the entire time he's been gone. Before he went out, everybody was saying when Odegaard gets back, he's going to do. No, Saka's done his fair share already out the gate.
When Odegaard was out for 9 games, Saka was still balling.
Lee, I told y'all in the middle of the season here, I said it on the broadcast. I said Saka is doing all of the heavy lifting in this team.
Facts. He's carried us, bro.
He got us a win tonight.
He's carried us, for 4 years.
So I want to ask a question, Lee.
And if everyone was on, sorry to cut in there, if everyone was on his level, we would have got top 4 when Conte got it. We would have won the league. Yeah, I know he missed a penalty against West Ham and all this. We would have won back-to-back leagues. If everyone was on his level, putting in his level of output, bro, we pissed the title twice, 3 times in a row. Liverpool are not that great.
Lee, that's why I'm about to ask this question. When are we going to get more players that are on the mold or competitively like Saka? We need players that are game-changing players immediately that can go for 90 minutes and have teams on their toes. We need better in this football club. I'm sorry. We need better football players in this team.
Right, pay us $100,000 a year each. We can continue doing our jobs. And we'll find more of these ballers than any of the scouts combined.
Berta's here tonight. He's taking notes. Like I said, he's not going to be able to do it all in one window. So anybody be a fool to think that. But I do expect us to see better players coming through the window that can help this team out. We have genuinely got to get some serious help for Saka. Now, Merino scoring these goals, that's cool. Looks much better going forward. Personally, I just make him a backup striker. I wouldn't even put him back at defensive mid just to play backup striker. We just lump the ball up to you if we needed to. But personally, that's not going to last for, we're not going to have 820 goals from him. You can't rely on that. So no, we need to go and get what we need to get this summer to at least help soccer up top. And then we're going to have to figure out this defensive situation here because we got players on contracts and players going to probably, money getting tossed around. There's a lot that needs to be done at this football club. And I'm thrilled that Berta's at this football club so that stuff can start getting done. I want to go on this theory that I was talking to you before we went on. I'm going to tell you what I observed tonight. Nobody else has said this. I've been listening to people. Nobody else has said this, Lee, but you heard it here first. Chat, you heard it here first. Tonight, you saw Mikel Arteta couldn't sit down tonight. He could not sit down under no circumstance. He couldn't sit down. He was pointing and jumping and going all over the place. Well, and at one point, you were like, "What's going on with what's going on with him tonight?" I'm gonna tell you exactly what it was. He knew Berta was behind him. Berta was behind him, watching Lee. See, the pressure is starting to get to this manager. You see it before the game. You're seeing it during the game. You're seeing it after the game, because now. He's in the building. And I told you all, I said, he's on a short leash. People don't want to believe what I'm saying. I'm telling you, the manager's on the short leash. I'm telling you, he's on a short leash. He's gonna get another season, half a season, or they're gonna dump him, because we can't keep watching football like we're watching tonight when we got players like Saka on it coming. Once again, instant impact. Where
7 minutes. Ken. Sorry, Ken. 7 minutes, mate. 7 minutes he was on the pitch. Bang goal.
Lee, where are the rest of the players that can do that? And until we get players, we have 2 or 3 players with that kind of ability, 4 players running around the team like that.
Well, one of them went off injured. Gabby.
Yep.
Yeah, that guy can defend better than all of our defenders. Let's be real. Yeah, and not only that, he's a threat going forward. Yeah, he's finished. He's done this season.
When you look over at City and you see Mamouche this past weekend come off
market opportunity,
comes off the bench, instant impact. That's what we need. We need players that impact games. We got too many players that stagnate games. Players like Odegaard. That he is not going to get us where we need to be. I'm just telling you now.
But look at the chance he had, and he spanked it over the bar.
Twice today, Lee. Twice today. And like I told you, he got in somebody's way. I think it might have been Trossard. He got in his way.
Yeah, they were running into each other.
And he
didn't even see him.
We're 5 years into this league. He's been on this team long enough. He's played enough football. He's been playing since he was at a high level since he was 15, 16, 17. He knows what it is. And this is what you see is the best you're going to get out of him. And until we remove players like that out of this football club and bring in top shelf players. And you know what? This is why with the whole Berta thing is that he has the eye to go find players that might be 29, 28 that still have some tread on the tires that we can bring in that's actually proving themselves in world football. And that's what we need. We need somebody that can go get players that can take this team to the next level, because we're just going through the same run old circle, watching the same run old games. And the stuff that we got away with tonight against Fulham, we're not going to have that opportunity. Everybody, we saw it tonight, the Copa del Rey. You saw that tonight.
We all knew Madrid would win. We all knew that.
And then you look at the score sheet and it's the usual suspects who scored. So this is why I said the mistakes we got away with tonight, we're not going to get away with them next week. Nope. There's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot of under pressure situations. That goalkeeper before we shut it down, Lee. That goalkeeper tonight. All of this running all out of position, scrambling back to the goal once the possession is given up. Lee, come on, brother. That's not going to work against these teams that we're getting ready to go.
Yeah, Modric is lobbying from halfway, bro.
So we need to tighten it up, man. I'm glad we won today. Got the points. Forest is keeping up pace with us. So like I said before, we can't drop 2 games. We can't drop any points because they're sitting right behind us. And after that, it's pretty much a fall off. I'm looking at this league table now, and that is pitiful. What a pitiful league table that is. I'm looking at.
Yeah. And on that bombshell, we're out. Matty, shout your channel out, bro.
Southern Laguna here on YouTube. Berta in.
Roberto Di Matteo, mates. Push.